What's up, everybody? Um, yeah, I'm just gonna get right into it. Just gonna tell y'all why. Well, no, I'll tell y'all how I got into anime, man. It's one of my questions that I'm answering by one of my fans. Um, like I said on one of my previous vids, basically I got into it by watching Sailor Moon and Dragon Ball. So, and this is back then I didn't know like what anime actually was. I just thought it was like a random cartoon, but as I'm starting to notice the differences between uh, cartoons and anime, starting to like veer off of the cartoons and shit and more into the anime, you know what I mean? And I used to get ridiculed a lot, like just by doing that. Like everybody just looking at me like, "Damn, you're like, how old are you? You still watching cartoons?" And I have to be like, "Nah, man, it's not cartoons, man. It's anime." And they like, "What's the difference?" I say, "Yeah, yeah. I just look at it like they're both animated, so y'all just label them as a cartoon. Like, nah, it's not just that." And the only people that get it is the ones that watch it. Like, and it's hard to explain to the people that don't watch it that there's just certain aspects about it that makes me like it because, for the most part, it does everything a cartoon does. Anime is that a person that creates this anime and a group of team and a team that animated and drawings and all that, they're the ones that created the story. You know what I mean? Like they keep a story going. It's kind of like how women watch soap operas. You know what I mean? Like every episode is leading on to something else. You know what I mean? It's not a time gap. It's not something that's like the plot is completely different every time. You know what I mean? It continues on. Like even if a character of the story dies, it still carries on. Like and then they pretend like the character died, so they don't talk about that person. They don't, you know what I mean? They don't all of a sudden magically he appears on the next episode like alive and well. Like it actually carries a story and keeps it going. That's basically one of the main features I like about it. It makes you want to watch it. It makes you want to keep seeing what's going to happen next. Like a lot of people don't get that because they just think that only happens in movies and TV series, live action series, like shit like that. Like I just look at it like, nah. It's once you find a certain one you like, you know what I mean? Like, because it's all types. Like, it subcategorizes into many other genres. You have your action, you have your romance, you have science fiction, you have fiction, and so there's just the list goes on. And once you find that particular genre and you start watching that anime, no matter what it is, you got to enjoy it because it's something that you're used to enjoying on if it was live actors. You have to really look at it as if it was live actors. Like, even they have people who plays as comic relief, like the funny guy, the silly guys. You know what I mean? Like you can watch a movie and you can watch a live action person playing a silly role or a comic role, but you can't watch anime where the people that's been drawn into this world doing the exact same thing as a live action actor or actress would. Let's look at it as I wouldn't go as far as ignorant. It's just I don't know. I guess the word I probably would use is probably prejudice because you're just so used to this one particular thing. You're not even trying to give the other one like a chance to even see if you might even like it. You just look at it like, oh, tunes. I mean, man, like not like that's another thing I like about anime. It's not just it's not strictly for kids, you know what I mean? Like it has ages, like it even has adult themes on this shit, some of these shits. So whether it's like goric violence or, you know, the profanity, you know what I mean? Like it's not just for kids. Like you're not gonna put a fucking 4-year-old and have him watch something that like, you know, adult material, like adult rated fucking anime, and expect him to watch it just because it looks like a cartoon to you. And next you know, you hear them say, "Oh shit, fuck, asshole, blah blah blah." You gotta be like, "Oh, what the fuck? I can't have this kid watching it." Like, you know what I mean? So you can just shit for fucking kids. And yeah, so that's basically how I got into it. You know what I mean? So it's just like, okay, Dragon Ball Z came out, and next you know, they had some crazy fights, crazy scenes, characters who like each other, characters who hated each other, characters who just there just to make you laugh. Like all these elements poured into one, so it was like a nice action show that I love to watch every week just to see what happens. Like, you know what I mean? Like episode goes, and I'm like, damn, I can't wait, yo. I got to wait 7 days for another episode. Now we had the technology today where you could just stream it online and watch every, you know, as much as you want, depending on where you go. But that's how I like. That's what, you know what I mean. It's just a reason why I got into it. It showed me that like it can be more serious, but because of, you know, censorship and all this stuff, like we can't get every single anime, but the ones they do bring over here and they dumb it down, like it's good enough for me. But eventually when I got older, like I just like, nah, man, we need the uncut shit, you know what I mean, where they do cuss, they show a lot more blood than they do if it was on aired on a US network, you know what I mean? So to me, again, a whole new world for me. And it makes me want to keep watching different shows, just to see if I'm gonna like them or dislike them. And if I like them, I keep on watching it to the end. You know what I mean? Like it's just that great. And I hope it answered your question, like how I got into it. Now it showed me like, okay, back then I just knew about Looney Tunes and all that shit. Like I didn't know like someone can animate something and make it into like it could have been a fucking a movie, or it could have been something like a TV series if it was made with live actors. Like, you know what I mean? Like it showed like it had the potential to be that great. And because people judge it because it's been drawn instead of been live acted. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and I just look at it like, you know, you can't be biased like that. You know what I mean? You have to give everything a shot. And that's just it. So I catch y'all on my next vid. Y'all later. Peace.